And it is now time to ask the doctor. Dr. Joel Conn joins us now, and we have an interesting topic today, something a little bit different than the typical, talking about dogs and cats.
Parrot health. And you were telling us during the break that these tips are good for pretty much anything that's a pet bird, for the most part.
That's true. I mean, chickens, waterfowl would be the exception, but this is going to be budgies, cockatiels, canaries, things like that. So the biggest frustration that we have as veterinarians is these birds come in and they're on an all-seed diet. And, most people think, well, it's a bird, it eats seeds. But in the truth, in the wild, they scavenge sometimes over hundreds of miles. They're eating, sprouted seed. They're picking up dirt in their beaks. They're getting lots and lots of varied nutrition. And so the birds, that come in on these seed diets often have extreme metabolic disorders, sometimes behavioral disorders like feather picking, and can lead to dramatically shortened lives. We see problems with their plumage. These really colorful birds like this macaw here
look at that.
will come in, with half their feathers missing, and a lot of that can be attributed to diet. Just like us, birds can also get heart disease secondary to poor diet. Fatty foods, they can get atherosclerosis and even have heart attacks. The African greys is a good example of that. So we're going to give you some suggestions today in the hopes that we can get some of these birds converted over.
Oh, good.
So in general, we talked about seeds being unhealthy. Seeds should kind of be a treat. Particularly sunflower seeds and these really fatty foods, those are French fries of the bird world. They really are literally almost pure fat and kind of empty calories.
So it'd be like feeding your dog only little bacon strips or something.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So pellets should form the foundation. The advantage of a pellet is that in every bite, kind of like your cereal advertisements, every bite provides balanced nutrition. So they can't pick and choose which ones they like, because just like a kid, if you give them a basket full of apples, broccoli, and French fries and ice cream, what are they going to eat?
The broccoli.
And so, with pellets, they don't have that choice. And so pellets should form a foundation, 70 to 80%. I think we're going to show you some brands that are recommended here, and you can always contact me for questions. And then fresh foods are really important, and variety is key, and freshness is key. And so we're talking about virtually anything that humans eat is going to be safe for a parrot, but think of it as health foods. So if it's not healthy for you, chances are it's not healthy for your bird. And there are a few exceptions: chocolate, caffeine, onions. You want to avoid those. But giving a wide variety of fruits, veggies, especially the dark leafy greens, is super, super important. And again, a wide variety. Try to have at least 5 different things per day and switch them out on a daily basis. Grit, salt licks really are not needed for birds. They can actually cause some problems, so we tend to avoid those. And then vitamin supplementation is important, but it's very species specific, so you can contact your veterinarian and talk to them about your bird. African greys, for example, need a lot of calcium. Every bird's a little different there. So the biggest challenge is getting your bird converted to a new diet, because sometimes if you switch cold turkey to, here's a brand here, Rowdy Bush, very good quality food. You can find this online and at some pet specialty stores. This brand is Harrison's, also a very good pellet brand. There's about 5 or 6 very good quality brands out there. When you're converting your bird, the important thing is to go really gradually.
Oh, okay.
Some birds won't even realize that the pellet is a food, so you have to transition over 30 to 60 days, and we can give you tips on that.
A couple months, that's a big transition.
It is a very long time.
Yeah, a lot of people are just used to transitioning their pets all in one day. Here, this is what you're eating now.
And birds will go on hunger strikes. You have to be really careful with that. I mean, they're very smart and they're very stubborn. So, you have to be a little careful.
Have you ever seen the documentary, The Wild Parrots of Telegraph Hill?
I've seen The Wild Parrots, in fact.
Actually. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a really interesting little zone there in San Francisco. It's this staircase community, and these birds really they're all over the place. And so if you watch that film, you see parrots really have a personality, and I can see where they'd go on a hunger strike. So, Dr. Joel Conn, thank you so much. Pismo Veterinary Clinic. I highly recommend it, personally. All right, if you have a question for the good doctor, we had it up there just a moment ago.
Yes.
Ask the Vet, right?
That's right.
Ask the Vet at KCOY.com.
That's right.
And there it is, yes.
And we will be right back with another check of your Titan weather forecast.